The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hello, it's Basil Chapman here. Let's go to the E-mini. The E-mini right now had what I would call a Pesavento low yesterday. And during his show, Larry was pointing out that his timing model and the measurement that he had that whole area of the 50, right here. Let me just go to, there it is, right here. And of course, he's doing his live show right now. So he said 55.18 to 55.15 is going to be the price that he would get in, and the low is 55.09.25, and we haven't gone below it. In fact, we've gone all the way to the high today of 56.07.75. Brilliant call, a Pesavento low. I consider that to be a low. We were anticipating some kind of a low coming in. But it would be a low, not the low. It's really important to distinguish because we didn't have the VIX index, VIX.X. This is the Friday, the 14th technical Friday. We always call it Fridays here in the opening call. My service is the opening call. This is the Tiger Technicians Hour. Peak D is where we always look for other things to happen. Forever, I've thought of it only as a technique that works for almost everything, but not the VIX index. The VIX index can have a spiral like it did back in December, spiraling up to on the 18th to 28.32 in a single leg move to the upside and then fail. But then it can also have peak Ds. For a while now, we've seen that the Ds are quite important, even in the VIX index, which is an emotional technical indicator. And I'd said, before I went to Sydney, Australia for 2 weeks, that I'm anticipating that this week, the week of the 14th, is where the VIX index will have an arch formation and should have a good rally. Well, look what happened. The 9-period moving average crossed positive when both. This is a new technique that I've developed over the last month or two. I've known it before, but I've never really had it as a confirming technique. When the 9 and 14-period moving averages cross sharply over the 200-period moving average, invariably you get a very strong move, both up and if it's on the way down, down. So look what happened. It crossed sharply and we went to this D. That was on Tuesday. No. That was on Monday. Monday we went to 24.36.56. And the next day we went to, it was on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Tuesday, we went to 29.57. Oh, I even typed it in there. And now we've pulled back quite sharply. But the kind of VIX top that we make in the volatility index is slightly different. It comes with a different character, number one. It comes with a different market character. Tommy, in his show, the Morning Market Kickoff, had a really great point to make. He said the speed of the down move was the 7th quickest that we've got in recorded history. And you can see, let me just show you something very interesting here. Look at this. This is the Dow trading right now, a little off the high, trading at 41,107 of 292. The high was 41,266. So, yeah, it's 150 points off. That's a big pullback. But look what happened. It came right down to the Chapman Wave inside track propellant zone in the weekly chart. But the MACD, the 9-period moving average, it's a Friday. So I'm suspecting that crossover at 4 o'clock today will still be pink. And that just says any rally, if it's not pink, that's a really good sign. But if it is, meaning that the 9-period moving average has crossed on a weekly basis for the first time since it crossed positive way back in, that was October, around about the 5th. Look there. And it's been green ever since, so that from 34,000, it's been strong all the way to the 45,073 to 45,054, all double top, all-time highs, and then it's come down. So to me, this is a low. I suspect that we could arch over, and then we might have to do some retesting. But I'm not calling this the low. I'm calling it, and not only that, to get a Friday low, you got that March 6th of 2009. Remember, we got that exactly on the exact day of the low. The S&P made the low on Monday, on the 9th. So it's very rare to have a really decent low on the Friday. It's usually, if anything, on the Monday with this. For instance, today, the day's young. What if we go and we take out today's low and we actually start to move even lower? For anything can be said. Words are really important in this market. So if that happens, all of a sudden, you've made a lower. Then Monday, we could have a pretty decent, not the low, but a pretty decent low that can take us very sharply back in the Dow up to the 42,200s where the 14-period moving average is. A lot can happen. I'm going one step at a time. So with that said, Technical Fridays, I'm going to be a little bit more technical about all this. What have you got? You got the S&P. Now look at this. This is also quite fascinating. See the double top that was made? It was a rising triple top, really. We're going to the 6147.43 19th of Feb high, but at peak G. I have no choice but to put a down arrow there because for 3 candles, we've been way underneath the green 9-period moving average. And today, the day is young. Today, we've got the 9-period moving average going pink. But we have to wait for 4 o'clock. Anything can happen. And as I said, I didn't believe that without some kind of it's sentimental, emotional spiral to the downside, and that could happen today. Today could give you that kind of a close for Monday. But at this point, we've actually started long positions today as trades. Kind of the same long positions we had the other day, but this time we've got them at lower prices, and we're going to see if this kind of works. Why? Because within the context of everything we're looking at, the IWM, this is the Russell 2000, made a round number low, 197.00 yesterday, 197, that's 47 points off the high that was made at 244.98, which was these double tops and round numbers are just uncanny for being able to give you market clues. 244.46 was the Russell iShares. The high was in November 2021, 244.46. Slumps down to 161.47. That's 30 points off where we are right now, more. And then it goes all the way back to 244.98, a fractional new high. I haven't changed it to color pink yet. I have to wait. But look at this. We've pulled back sharply. And that sharply says, got to be careful now, because that round number might be some kind of a low, but it's not the low, maybe just a bounce low. I'm watching it very closely. Next thing we want to look at is the QQQ. We're a little bit out of order there, just to see what would happen. The Qs are up 550 at 474.13. The high was 477.51. I would say by 1:30 this afternoon, you want to see the QQQ back above 475.80 to get back some of that gain. You don't want it to be making lower lows from now. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Ignitions Hour. Dow's up 260.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
On the way here, I'm just going to do some of the technical analysis of questions that I had. I'll get to everything that I usually do in a moment. Most importantly, I had a question from a subscriber about Palantir. So Palantir gapped up huge. Yesterday, the close, first of all, Palantir Technologies develops data fusion platforms, made a leg E. It's certainly going to be a peak E this month with 125.41 all-time high. It slumped down to 4 days ago, 5 days ago, it hit 74.57. It's trading right now at 85.22. So that's a very nice gain, 11 points. But most importantly, there's a lot of work to be done for this to get into kind of a buy signal to buy mode. It has made a gray leg B. I haven't changed the color yet. I call it gray because all the technicals are still very weak. I haven't got any confirmation of a buy signal yet. So what I've said is to subscribers that there could be trades if this market closes strong today. And that's a really big if, because I usually don't like to buy a market that is anticipating. Look how many times in the last 2 weeks you've had these huge moves to the upside, and by the end of the day it's given it all back. The difference is that if today it doesn't give it back, but in fact it starts another, we've had an opening salvo. And we've had the 1020 coming up in another minute, and we'll see if new buyers come in. There's a lot of support in both the NASDAQ and the Dow and the E-mini. All of these stocks are finding on the very short-term charts some kind of support from which to go up from here. If they do, it will force buyers in and short covering. But if it gives back, it'll just say, ho-hum, same old, same old. So what I said is, if you're looking at the markets and the individual stocks, at this particular point, in a way, I'm kind of avoiding some of the individual stocks. I want to see if they are able to, not all of them, but certainly some of them, if they are able to avoid the selling pressure, any selling pressure today, and then make higher highs throughout the day and then close kind of at the day's high, that'll be very important. So Palantir is in that category, and it's only a trade. This, to me, is in the weekly chart. The 9 is still way over the 14, but I don't know if the selling pressure is completed yet. The weekly chart technically is still very strong. Doesn't look very great with that long wick from last month going from the 125s all the way down to 80, and then trying to bounce and not being able to bounce. So I'm treating this as something separate. I've also got the positions that we have. We took a tad off, just a smidge, another smidge off our short positions, only because that's money management. I'm keeping them there. I don't think they are done at all. And I don't want to lose them, because to get back in will be tough. So we got in great, and some of them, they've done very nicely. You've got, pretty good gains, about 27% in one, maybe 14% in the other. That's on the short side. So that's fine. And we've raised cash. But this is what I'm looking at. The Palantir, as a trade, could bounce if it closed. So it's 85.17 right now. 85.74 is the day's high. 82.16 is the low. If it's able to close above this black 14-period exponential moving average and get into the, it's just not good, 85.40. It really needs to get into the 86.37 area or higher. Then I'd say, now you've got to trade. Yeah, you're 11, 12 points off the low, but you've got to trade for at least 8 to 12 points to the upside. It could be more, but we need to see how it holds. That's number one. Number two is it's in the area of this. It's a tech sector stock in the sense that that's what they're data fusion platforms. It's in the military. We don't quite know. We know the money's going to go to the military, right? That's just the way the administration seems to be wanting it. But there will be cutbacks as well. So as I look at it, this is a work in progress. So if you're listening, Robert, I would just say, why don't you start a small position here at 85.30, and you can always add to it Monday and Tuesday if we get follow through to the upside. Everything I'm looking at suggests we should, but that's just the way I am. And I would have you get in here with a small position. I'd have a 2-point stop. It should not pull back 2 points if it's going to succeed at all. From here, it should not. So that's the way I would do it. And you can add to it next week, but only as a trade. Even if it lands up being a fabulous buy and you're holding it for 3, 4, 5 weeks, treat it, first of all, as a trade. Okay, that's it. Next question came in. Statement. Let me just see what that is. I've never figured out, I have figured out that if I put my mouse just slightly off to a certain degree, and I can't do it on purpose, that's when that screen, everything disappears and it goes back to the core, the platform, to the basis. But I don't know how to change that. So the next question came in, Basil, a great trade with CDE. So let me show if I've still got it here. So that's called, now the day's young. I don't like to talk about this when the day's young. So what I said to subscribers, so what's the question? Great trade with CDE. Can you do a deep dive on the commodity metal sector today? Is it pure tariff move or do technicals show they have long-term legs? Thanks, Kevin. So let me just show you something. So what I had drawn in was this cup formation. This is a stock we've owned periodically. Haven't had it for quite a while. Waited. I still have no idea whether it's really going to work because silver is only now beginning a kind of a breakout. But what I said is, look, the weekly 200-period moving average twice has been the takeoff bar. The low that it made 3 weeks ago, it hasn't closed under it. So that was good. The weekly chart is one thing, but the monthly chart suggests it is trying to make the 9-period moving average is still very strong. So that denotes internal strength on a monthly basis. They can change, but we'll see. So I said, let's start a position. I gave a particular number in Coeur d'Alene. Sorry, it used to be Coeur d'Alene, but now it's co-mining. Silver, it has some gold, but silver's basically thought of as a silver stock. And I don't like a very small peak A to peak B to peak C. I want at least C has to have real strength going towards the left side cup formation, left side, right side price time match. So that's what we looked at. So we did get in very nicely, and it is now trading at CDE. It went right to the left side lip that I was looking at, and now this obviously is not a cup and handle pattern because it's there's no lip on the left side. But I chose the high of this bar to be my benchmark because it also had an open and close on the 20th of Feb. This is CDE as a symbol. On the 20th, it opened and closed at about the same level, 612. So that to me was really a test, and I made sneeze came a little late today, huh? I wonder what that's all about. I don't usually sneeze during the day. Maybe I don't remember. But the high of the day on the 21st was 611. So I had this left side, right side price time match, the chap wave inside wedge target, dash green target resistance line right there. Well, it snapped through it yesterday, and today the high is 612. So that's the way. And it's a work in progress because, look, the 9 still hasn't crossed positive, but the MACD has, and that's really important. So is the relative strength. I'll do some of the commodities when we get back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
So this is Technical Friday, so I'm doing technical stuff. Here we go. So core mining, CDE, went to peak D once, and then it's got a brand new 120-minute peak D. This is what I'm talking about, the 120-minute chart. B, C, see the pullback from that peak D? We're at D right now, but look what's happened. It's hugging the 200-period exponential moving average. It hit it once. Good clue to say that it should try one more time if it doesn't pull back sharply. Well, it's done that. Now it's in an area that says that's the magnet line. 6.01 is the magnet. 6.02 is the magnet line. 5.83 to 5.74 is key support. But at the same time, that magnet line says it should keep coming back there until it pushes far away into the 623 or higher area. Then it's used as a takeoff platform or a midpoint in the sine wave pattern in the very short term that I'm looking at. So that's the analysis there. Next question came in while we were at it, gold, and that was for, where are we? Okay, Flesh in the Den, GOLD. So look, gold is trading. This is Barrick Gold. ABX used to be the symbol. So it's gone to a leg C. It's had a very, very good move in terms of the low that was made, and that low was made back at about 15 in December, and it's gone. This is a single leg A. Every week it's made higher highs and higher lows, and then all of a sudden it pulled back, and now it's starting to move up again. It needs just 1 penny above right here. GOLD is the symbol, trading 18.91, up 18 cents, and it needs to get to 19.09 to start leg B in the weekly chart. The technicals are good, but the stochastic is only at 77%. You know, I love over 80, but I really like in the 85 to 90 area or higher. So this has got a lot of work to do. It's got this, I drew in the cup formation, 13.01 was the low in November of 2022. It hasn't really done much when you think of everything else that's been really in a bull market. Yeah, it's doubled, but that's not quite doubled, but it's had a good move. So this is a work in progress. It's been kind of a laggard. It's had a huge drop from the 21s to the 15s. I would say that's what is almost a 50%. That's a big move down. So this is in, and now if it's a technical show, so let me do this. So I'd love to use that as the symmetry for the. There we go. So this is symmetry in the left side, right side, move from 1 point down back to 1 point up, or 1 point up down to reverse. But you can't do it because, look, if I did this, obviously it's already delayed. We're out of the, look, there's the low. So this is not going to work. That only takes you to there. So I have to find a way to analyze it, and I'll use the Chapman wave inside wedge target repellent line, and normally I would use it to the outer points of the wicks. Well, that's too late, and even there, maybe it's a little late. But now what I can do is I can say, all right, let's see which candle do you want to use. Well, normally I would look for the tiniest doji candle. That's a clue, or a peak or a trough. So I'm going to go right to this one here, right to this one here, right there. And then I'm going to click and see if it does a parallel move, and then I have to adjust accordingly. There it is. So that's still not good. That goes to today. And today, all right, I'll do it to today. That would be extend leg C. So this is one of those cases where it's a little tight, but the pattern is exactly right for a cup formation, that it should break above the high that was made right here on the 20th of February at 19.16. It should go to 19.17, and it should happen in the next day or two, all right? From now to the next day or two. Okay, and if it does that, you've already reached a D. That means that for almost all the gold stocks and silver stocks, I've put a down arrow there, and I've put an up arrow here even though the stochastic isn't at 80% to 69, and the MACD hasn't turned up, I've done it purely on a chart formation basis with a 9-period moving average, very strong over the 14. So this one should go higher, but my suspicion is that this candle right here, the high of the week in the weekly chart, the week of the 8th of November with a high of 19.21, I think that's what I'm looking at as the next resistance. So let's do this. Now I'll do it on the weekly chart. I usually try to choose some kind of a doji looking, that is a narrow, long wicks, and the body that would take it to there. So that says by within a week or two, that 19 area should be hit. Let me just do this. Right. So that says pink. And there's the cup formation right there. And the low is not the low. The low is the bar that I chose right there. So now I'm going up. So it's a lopsided cup formation. So there it is. And in the weekly chart, using the same principle, in this case, I'd actually like to go a little higher to say, where can it go to? And I'd go to the body of this candle right here, and I'd go like that. And that makes more sense to me. And here we go. I'm saying that within the next 2 weeks, Barrick Gold, GOLD, even if it takes a little bit of a breather here, maybe it makes that peak D. So far, it's just, you can consider it a double top. By the week of the 4th of April, we should be testing this candle right here, and that level would be 1952, between 1952 and halfway into the wick, which is 1993. All right, it can do it beforehand, but I'm just saying that's the way I'm looking at it, and I'd use this trough right here, the penultimate trough, and that's the pattern that I'm looking at. Let's just keep it there and see what happens. Where's support? Support is at 1840 to 18, I'd even put it at 1820, just under the black 14-period moving average. If it arches over, now that can happen as well. I need to always show you the pros and cons. This is a pattern that says, this is a pattern that has also the rectangle formation. I didn't want to draw it because it's starting to look messy, but I will draw it because it's part of the patterns that I look at. That says be careful, because if it, at any point by Wednesday of this coming week, Wednesday or Thursday, if it's under 18, you've got yourself an arch formation. That would be the negative. I like to do both sides so that we know what we're talking about. Next question came in. Could I look at WU? We spoke about this the other day. It's Westinghouse. So what I was saying is this is like an Eiffel Tower going straight up to the 1190s, and it's come straight back down. There was a peak C. This is a tough one in the sense that it's lost its upside momentum. This is Western Union financial transfers around the world. Who knew, right, that that's exactly what they're in? I would just say it's a nice action today of 18 cents. The 9-period moving average hasn't turned pink. Actually, I'll spend a little time when I get back. Dow's up 358, yay! And the S&P is up 66, yay! I'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. an amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Yeah, so we're looking at WU for Duncan Steve, but I am saying to you that there is a fundamental aspect to this that I don't know it's being impacted, and that's what I mentioned the other day, whether it's because it's the financial transfers around the world that maybe they're going to be monitored a little close. I don't know, but that's what this move from a peak C should have gone to a D, and then we would have got a big red candle and then followed by another gap down red candle. So what I'm going to say to you, if you're long from lower down, I said the other day, just take a little bit off because it's starting to break key support. But if you want to keep it, you got to watch the 1040. I think I said area. Was it 1050 or 1040 today? Yesterday's low was 1051. So far it's held at 1015, or today's gone to 1074. So the 9-period moving average is positive. So all this negative stuff underneath allows it to spring to the upside if by Monday or Tuesday it hasn't gone pink. But in fact, there's a rally to the 1085. Ooh, that's high up from here. 1068, it's another 20 cents. All right, I'm going to have to say that by Monday or Tuesday, if it's able to close above 1085, this can start the bounce. That fills at least the gap going to 11. And then we have to look at it again. But if it starts to fall by Tuesday, if it's taken out 1050, closed under 1048, I think that's a problem right now. So the question that you had is, another retailers are breaking out the long term. It looks like the turnaround play patience. Yeah, patience required. Over 1120 is bullish. Yeah, absolutely. Over the 200-period moving average of 1130, I'd say start closing 2 out of 3 sessions. I'd say yes, for sure. So WU, I've given you the parameters, and you said, so that's Fletch said that. Steve said, the W Basil on a monthly does the March 2023 low. March 2023 low, that's right there. Right, there's a March or February. I think I've got February, but you could be right. I did that quickly. It's March. Okay, should be 323. Okay, 1007. Being taken out on less volume. Yeah, mean anything. You know, this is an arch formation. So far, it went under the 1007 March 2023 low. It went to 1004. 3 cents below, and then it's trying to rally. This is a work in progress, and Fletch said it correctly. You need patience, and you need to see price move to the upside. I've given you parameters. I'll say that everything improves if it starts to trade above 1090, let's say 11. If it trades above 11 anytime next week, you're in a good situation. All right, next question came in. So that I was looking at Palantir, and then Dan says, similar to Palantir, BBAI. Oh, yeah, BBAI. BBAI is Big Bear .ai Holdings Inc. Edge AI Technology spirals up to the tens and then plummets down to the under the 200-period moving average. You see, it's really a work in progress. Nice move today, up 24 cents at 3.51. But as Tommy always says, don't be deceived by low price on percentage basis. Even a tiny move here gives you a nice percentage. So all I'm going to say is it's almost the same thing, but except it's a much uglier chart. There's your Eiffel Tower, straight up, straight down in the weekly chart. Now, all I'm going to say is that this is a little bit different in that if you look at QTUM, which was kind of on my list, but I'm going to give it another day or two. Oh, great move today. Goes from a low of the 73s, and today's at 78. Very, very nice move. In quantum, defines quantum ETF. Yeah, but I think this is going to have a lot more work to do to really get going. So let's go back to BBAI. And all I'm going to say is BBAI, I think there's a lot of work to be done. The 200-period moving average at 322 is really a magnet. This has to push over the pink 9-period moving average of 3.81. BBAI, Big Bear. So, okay, that's that. Next question came in. I did gold. I did that. I did that. Did that. Question came in on TT. Okay. There you are. Question is, Duncan Steve's not in W. Okay, well, those are the parameters. All right, next thing I had was a question here is, where did it go? Yeah, could you do the FXI? Did it come back at all from the dip? And let's see. Yep. Whoa, made a new recovery high. There it is. We were looking at that weekly chart saying, if it can go over 37.50, it started leg. Today's high is 37.77. So here comes leg C in the monthly. Now, that's what I was saying before. You can't get carried away with just our U.S. market. The other markets are really doing very well. Let's look at EEM. EEM is, coming back after pushing away from the 200-period moving average. This is the, I used to have this, I don't know how many hundreds of times. This is the, okay. Yeah, so this is the emerging market ETF, but I can't find, I guess I lost it. It's somewhere in my library here, but I haven't got it right now. Emerging markets ETF right there. Of course, I had the capitals on, but you know what I mean. Emerging markets, I'll change that later on. So that has to get to the 44.80 level, and then it can retackle the high 44s. Peak E that was made in the daily chart, that's EEM. So I wanted to show you, so Technical Friday, the question came in about metals. Look, here's high-grade copper. High-grade copper is pulled back from the intraday high, which is a recovery high, going to 4.957. And high-grade copper has SCCO. Something we did own, we got out of, we haven't been back in a little while, and I did like it, but I thought that we had others that were positioned a little bit better, but this actually is now very strong. This is Southern copper, molybdenum, copper, zinc, all sorts of things, lead. It does excavating, I guess, in Mexico and Peru. So gone to a trough G in the G/C, and that can only be a G. Right there in the weekly chart, a lot of work to be done to get it to flip positive. But today, the 9-period moving average in SCCO is up, and the one that I was going to buy, but I gave it up because I decided to go with CDE instead, is TGB, Taseko Mines Limited. Very nice move from around 193 to 234 on a percentage basis. That's huge. So this is doing much better because it broke out of the resistance and is actually leg B in the weekly chart. So the question came in about looking at the commodity and the metals. This is certainly in the metals area, looking very good. Next question I had was, so what did you say about if we close at the highs today? What I'd said was, let's go back to our E-mini. The Pesavento low has held beautifully. And what we're looking at here is that the E-mini has gone right to the 200 period moving average in the 10-minute chart right there. Look at that declining 200 period exponential moving average. And what we've done is we're testing this whole area and the 5602 level. If we can close towards, doesn't have to be at the high, it'll be great if it's the high, towards the high of the day, that is going to be really important because now you're going to start to see short coverage. So we can have a good week next week. Imagine that. Let's just have a look at Microsoft as we go.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, traversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs, trade wars, analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento for the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The dates for this month are March 14th and 28th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
So we've got a statement in the den around the world. So here it is. So, was that EKS that said that? Let me just quickly have a glance to see. I believe so. I might be wrong. I think so. I can't change. Let me just see if I can get that right here. I need to know who said it. FLR. FLR. I think it's EKS. I hope I'm right. In the Tiger YouTube said, Flow Core for the next building projects. Well, this is what Flow does. Look at this move. It made this double top right there. These double tops are amazing. The January of 2018 up in the 62 area. Plummets. When I say plummets, I mean plummets down 90%. No, more than that, to $2.85 in March of 2020. It just 5 months ago, it hits the 59 level, double top, triple top, plunges down to 36.45 right now. So yes, keep this on your radar. Now, do you buy it here? It still looks very ugly, doesn't it? Nothing's really been decided, but this is the type of thing you want to be looking at long term. Let's look at this again. I'll make a note. I'll put it in my notebook. I'll turn the page and I'll just put FLR and I'll circle it. Sometime next week we'll look at it again. Yeah, if you're looking long term, then you're prepared to put up with a 15%, maybe a loss in the meantime, but having the potential to move much higher. This is something to look at, but let's do that later on. So a couple of questions that I just need to get to real quickly here. My own question. Oh, I didn't even look at my notes. Every day I make the notes and I forgot to look at it. No, it's the end of the show. What can I say? Well, I'll be doing my overview for subscribers this afternoon. Our long overview for looking at what's happened, what's going on, what we're looking at, what we want to be buying, what we're looking to reshort, etc. But in the meantime, back at the ranch, this is a very nice move so far in the Dow. Stay tuned for Steve Rhodes, and I will see you on Monday. But for subscribers, I will be doing my overview